Well, it is the first time that I talk in a stream because I am very noob in Twitch. But in this case, I will talk about the game and I will explain what I am making in the game because it's important. This game is a game that is very good. It's an old game of 2 years ago, but it's a game that I think that all people need have in his collection in Steam or PlayStation 4, because if you like history games, it's a must to have. This game not is a very complex game in combat, but not is easy exactly. It's a game that have option here that you can change your configuration about the combat. I have auto because it's the best one, but you can say easy, always, normal, and hard, of course. But it's better have auto because this way this system the game automatically when you are the combat will increase the progression difficult in the combat. Sorry about my English because it's not my native language, but I prefer talk in this game. In my previous walkthrough, I don't talk because I don't make alone. I make with another person too that don't want to speak and don't want to appear. I don't know if I will appear or not in the future, but anyways, in this game I won't talk. But the another person don't want talk and don't want appear. But in this game I will try get all achievements too, as the previous one. But this is one that is very difficult to make that because it's found the all Lorestones of all Lorestones that are a lot in the game. I know for friends that play this game that it is the most complex achievement that this game have. In Steam, if you look that less of 3% of people have this achievement. So I will try that. I will try to make this, and if not, I will make a stream showing the places where you can get them to get this achievement. But anyways, I will try to make in the first round. It's the first time that I play this game. Besides that I have in PlayStation 4 because I have a lot of games and before I don't have a lot of time. But now I have more time, so I can play. And I like play this type of games, roleplay games, difficult games usually. But this game is very special because this game in Steam, for example, you can see a video with letters of the people sent to the Ninja Theory developers about this game and about the feelings that they feel because they understand better herself, and the people understand them better. Because this game talk about the psychological problems that somebody can have. And Senua, the main protagonist in this game, is a person that have a mental illness, have schizophrenia and psychosis. I don't will spoil nothing because I am not sure exactly what happened with her, but the game will talk about his history, about his past, about all of her. The most important thing in this game is the fight that you have with you with yourself. And it is the problem that Senua will have, the fight with herself. That is the problem that usually persons that have mental illness have this very hard problem, and it's very complex. Sometimes bypass this problem, and usually without help and without care and without love of the family, friends, couples, a lot of people, it's impossible to survive in this wave. And this game shows that in a very good way. And it is because I won't play that. I know that, I repeat this, I know it's our game 2 years ago that this game appeared, but I won't play that because I love history games. So let's start the game. I have the options in graphics in maximum. Let's start the game. This game not is a playtale innocence that have chapters, and the game say the chapters. So, but this game you can finish more or less in 8 to 10 hours only. But I will make in some parts because for me it's long time start playing in the game, so I need make 4 chapters. So I will make the first part, and later I will stop, and later continue as usual. I hope if somebody look that like that. I'm sorry about my English because not is my native language. But if you have some questions, you can ask me about the game. So let's start the game. I hope the sound listen correctly because usually I have problems with the sound as a lot of people, and my micro join make echo. I hope this stream don't have any echo because in my previous game the first 2 videos have echo, and I discover later I fix this problem, but I don't talk, so nothing happens. But now that I am talking, before have problems. I make the videos in local way, don't have this problem, only in streaming. So I hope now that I make some changes in the streaming, I can have a streaming without any my voice don't give any echo. That is very disturbing. But let's see. Of course, I don't will pass any part of the game because I don't like.
Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one. worried of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. That's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking?
He's in Hellhigh. Look. Up ahead. Hellhigh. You see it too?
You promised you gave me.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
Go back, go back, go back, go
It's
back.
not safe.
It's there. They're here.
Can you see them? I can see
Of course, I don't speak a lot
Look around and you'll see
because that.
the drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
Can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
They're watching.
Stop.
Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back.
Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back. pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Well, now I can move Senua. And now I think we'll start the tutorial. Senua, this game don't have very complex controls. Have general controls and combat controls, but not very complex controls. Of course, I recommend play with a control pad.
Look really clearly. Focus, Senua. Focus. Focus, and you'll see. What happens if you focus?
These voices that Senua listen usually are very helpful, especially in combat. But sometimes this voice that she listens can be ugly with her. But in this case, it's true. Focus.
Do not forget my stories, Senua, because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
And it is the first runestone that you can find. It is the runestones that I told before. In this case, it's clear that it was very easy to see because it was in front of her. But they are these runestones. Senua can run or talk, or only walk. Of course, Senua can fight except in the moments that enemies appear.
Yearns for life, hungers for it, like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping. was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you? I hear you. He's there, you know it. There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
And it is a very important theme in the game. Dillion.
Why is she doing this?
Why doesn't she turn back?
She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
He's already dead.
His soul is in Helheim. His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul.
She wants his soul to be at peace.
She needs to lay him to rest.
He's already dead. She can save him.
There's nothing she can do. She thinks she's going to save him. She's not going to save him.
She'll never make it to Helheim.
She can't. Do you know where you are? Where are we?
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
Okay, the second Lorestone.
She needs to climb up there. She has to. Senua, what's up there?
Down.
That's it. That's the way.
I am looking if another path exists, but no. Okay. Because I won't go this.
You don't know where you're going.
I won't go this part. That will be more complex than this. That is automatic.
Do you know where you are? Where are we? So brave. You're not safe.
Stop! Why did she do that?
She shouldn't have done it.
She can't go back now. No, this is it. The hidden path.
And it is the first time that Senua will find a room.
It's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Listen, never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
Just a memory. Truth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Use your eyes. Use your eyes.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Take a closer look.
Now you need look for the room. It's
You'll find it.
in the game when appear these red symbols with the room that you need, it means that in this area exists the room. When put blue is because it's very near. And you need focus because in some place you have here.
Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate? Good work.
It's unsafe.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
it's not complex. It is automatic. But later we'll see in another way. Here.
I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near,
What?
waiting for you to make that.
And as I said, not easy.
She's gonna be just another body. She's too weak. She's too She's too tired. She thinks she's brave. She's stupid. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall.
And here you have the third Lorestone.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
So it is the reason that this Dillion died, because the Normen sacrificed to him, to the Hela, to the goddess of death. Something that was very typical for Vikings in all times. She is not Viking, she is Celtic, but the Northmen are Vikings. Senua crouch automatic. And finally you arrive here. Now I get the first achievement. The fight begins. This achievement.
The gate to Helheim divides the living
Uh-huh.
from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
This achievement is the first time that you get in this area. Of course you can open the door. And now you will have the first combat against the Darkness.
You took him from me. I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Now we'll start the combat. Here you have the controls: fast strike, heavy strike, melee, normal melee, block, evade. And if you have well, Senua have a special part that will increase when you make successful hits. And finally, you can launch that. It's a special mode that is a slow motion. Okay, so it's important that. Of course, Senua he block in the nice moment can make a counter.
He's down. Finish him. She finished him. Go! Fight again. Spill their blood.
Now 2, 3. But against them,
Hurt this blood. Behind you. Watch it.
against them it's impossible. It's impossible to defeat them. And Senua die with this face, I guess.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
And exactly. Every day that you die will increase the road. And if finally I reach her head, you lost the game and all your progress will be deleted. So permadeath.
Battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian.
To his soul. It won't open.
How will she get through?
Why won't it open?
Why can't she? She needs to challenge the gods.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow, but you weren't expecting that.
And it is the 4 Lorestone. Now it is the end of the 5th chapter for me, because now you need to choose of this path, the illusion path, or the fire path. You can choose, the game don't force you choose a special part now. You can make the part as you wish. Some people prefer make before of the illusion path. Some people prefer make the fire part before. What is more easy? I don't know because I don't play, but some people tell me that it's more easy the fire that the vision god. Okay, because the illusion god and vision god is more complex. The battle is more complex, but anyways, not as hard. So I will finish the stream now, but later in the second chapter I will choose what way I will take. I hope this stream listen correctly. I will try, I will check now, and I hope the people like that and understand a little more this game. The most important thing here is the road that Senua have in her hand, that for now is only fourth for the game, because the fight against the 3 last one was impossible to win, because they are similar to shadows that you can touch them and they can touch you to put the road inside of you. So it is the end of the stream in this chapter. Okay, see you in the next chapter.